सुनो मत बोलो. Wherever, whenever, whatever you are, be 100% करे नाटक. किसी को आओ मत कहो, किसी को जाओ मत कहो. ना कुछ पाना ना कुछ खोना. Who asked you live at zero complete level? मौज में रहो, be happy.
Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwara, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Many times we have certain notions about something or the other. Like this topic that we are dealing with. If one comes to discover his essential nature, does it mean that things in him and around him will change? It will not change. See? Otherwise, when a person comes to discover he is the witnessing consciousness, or everything is Brahman, Sarvam Khalvidam Brahma. One student, having heard, got into this illusion, I am realized. Everything is Brahman, Brahman, Brahman. And after the satsang was over, he was going out and dashed against the wall. Asked, why you did like that? No, for me everything is Brahman. There is no difference between the wall and the door and everything. That is not the meaning. See, this is to be clearly understood. When we know, I'll give 2-3 examples, it will become clear. When we know that the sky is not blue, because you are PhD in physics. Andhra people are not PhD, they are PhD. So, after having known that the sky does not have any color, yet it will be seen. So, should we say that his knowledge is wrong? How important it is. Therefore, after having known the truth that I cannot be the Annamaya, Pranamaya, Manomaya, Vijnanamaya, Anandamaya Kosha, but I am functioning through them, having known this, is it that he will not have hunger? He will not sleep? This will continue to happen. No change will come. Change will come in his reaction to the given situation. Like when we know and when we don't know. As a child, we did not know that the reflection in the mirror is not real. So we had a different experience. Now we are grown up, we are realized that the reflection in the mirror is an illusion, doesn't exist. After having known this, will the reflection stop from happening? No. What is the conclusion? Conclusion is, illusions will continue to appear as they were earlier, before the dawn of wisdom and after knowing the truth. There won't be any change. See? Therefore, an example. There was a great master from Odisha. Purnananda Giri. He was popularly called as Udiya Baba. Now you take Orissa, Assam, Bengal, they have got the impact of the local language on their speech. So after even knowing the truth, having studied scriptures, everything, do you think his pronunciation will change? It will continue. See? Therefore it is said, never take blessing from the Pandits from Assam. Because in Assam, Sa is pronounced as H, Aham. Therefore, Shatayushi Bhav, Hatayushi Bhav, Maro. That doesn't mean because they have studied Sanskrit, they knew it will change. No, it will happen. Our bhaiyas from UP, station, star, speak, smile, they cannot stop it. Does it mean they are not educated? Therefore, na etavat aparadhena tattvajnanam vinashyati. If the wise man sometimes becomes angry or does something good or bad, does it mean that his knowledge is corrupted? No. So, na etavat aparadhena tattvajnanam vinashyati. Jivan mukti vratam na idam. See, like if you take food or rice on Ekadashi, oh, your Ekadashi vrata is destroyed. No. Because it is not vratam. So, kintu vastu sthitihi. Vastu sthitihi, correct recognition of the components of experience. And therefore, we should not have this wrong notion that if one comes to know one's essential nature, things will change. Nothing will change. We will change. And our change will not be in physical, but our change will be in our interaction to the given situation. It is something like, earlier you did not know how to drive, then you learned driving. After you have learned driving, do you think after that the traffic will change on the road? You have to change your ability. Therefore, here the thought continues, Dashomopi shirastadam urudan buddhva na roditi. See? Shiro vranavstu masena shanaihi shamyate nosda. So, the story of the 10 persons, Dashamaha, shirastadam rudan. He was thinking the 10th person is lost and therefore miserable and crying and hitting head against the wall. I have never understood how can people become misery and disturb the wall. I don't understand what must be the psyche of such people. I am disturbed, I will disturb you also. Dashomopi sirastadam prudan buddhva. But he came to know that he is now there, 10th person is not lost. But because he was doing all these gimmicks, he had lot of wounds on his head. Then, masena shrehi shamyati. After he knew that the 10th man is not lost, he is still there and he himself is there, that will not remove the wounds on his head instantaneously, but masena shanaihi shamyati. It will take its own course. The same thing happens in everything. We want everything with a click of a mouse. It will not happen. Be patient, steady, slow. It will be okay. So, Shiro Vranam, Masena Shanaihi Shamyati, no tada, not instantaneously. Similarly, Dashama Amriti Labhena. So, the problem that we had before the dawn of wisdom, they will continue for some time and they'll quit. The second thing, because now this man has realized the 10th person who was thought of dead is not there, therefore he is happy. And because he is happy, then the pain of the wounds will not bother him that much. Harshaha Vranam Yatha Tirodhati. The intensity of the pain will be reduced. Then Mukti Labhas Tatha Prarabdha Dukkha Akilam Prarabdha Dukkhitam. Similarly, when one has discovered one's essential nature, means what? Nothing will happen. Only the focal length will change. All the spiritual practice is only if we want to reduce it, change the focal length. See? Now, I am seeing all of you separate from each other distinctly. When I remove my glasses, then you are seen by me as a big collage. So, when the doctor gave me these glasses, now, has he created the vision? Vision was already there. But the focal length ability was lost, that is corrected. Exactly, the study of the scriptures change our vision. It is for this purpose only the studies are made. If you study Ishavasya Upanishad, the very first mantra, Om Ishavasyamidam Sarvam Yat Kincha Jagatyam Jagat Tena Tyaktena Bhunjita Ma Grudakkasya Siddhanam. So the first line of this first mantra is the vision. Idam Sarvam Ishavasyam. Everything is permeated by the divine. This is the vision given. Now apply this. One story I have made. There was a youngster sitting on a motorcycle, and with a view to flirt, he was going and he saw a girl from backside and he wanted to go and flirt. So he went and stood in front of her. The one who was looking as a beautiful girl from backside, from the front when he stopped before her to say hi, she happened to be 82 not out. What will he say? Hi, hi. The moment your perceptions change, your interaction changes. See? What the scriptures help us? Change your vision. It is for this purpose. But normally what we imagine, the world should change around me. See? Why I am emphasizing this point? This is one of the biggest problems with all the seekers. In Mumbai, people used to live, now it is reduced to a great extent, what they call as chal. I don't know what does it mean. They were small houses attached to each other. So everybody knows what is going on in each other's house. So one person from that was coming for my talks. Front room 10 by 10 or maybe 10 by 12. Next room 10 by 8. In the front room, that old lady will be living. She will not allow anybody to stay in her room. Husband, that means her son, his wife and his child. 3 of them were staying in that back room. Eating, sleeping, the study of the student, everything in there. And this old lady, nobody will come in marrow. So one day, that young man's wife came to me. Swamiji, you have spoiled my husband. I said, it's not only one, many of them. Then she said, my mother-in-law is so terrible. I said, what can I do? No, tell me what I should do. I said, sit for 2 minutes. I did nada. Got it. What? But don't tell anybody, okay? If you tell somebody, it will be affecting you. She is going to die after 283 days. Then, so anything happens, start counting down. 282. Again something happens, 265. Slowly, slowly, she stopped reacting. Because count down. Then she realized that old lady is not bad. That is her default habit. So again she came. Swamiji, really tell me, is she really going to die? I said, yes, I told you. How many days are remaining? No, but I don't want her to die. I said, no, I can't revert it. Why you don't want her to die? No, she is not that bad. I was not able to understand her old habits. And therefore, I was insisting for something. And therefore, there should be always tussle between two of us. But she is not like that. Now I realize. See, friend? So she has realized God realization. The old lady has not changed. Only her attitude and her interaction with a given situation changed. Therefore, we should not have this wrong notion. After realization, you touch a stone and it becomes a lady. Ding, 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 ding. Don't touch anything. This should not happen. Don't get into that kind of thing. Once you get into this chamatkar, I tell you, you will be totally destroyed in life. Chamatkars happen, but that is not the spiritual path. See, because they are always talking, last life, this life, next life. We have to come out of it. And therefore, dashama amriti labhena jato harsho vrana vyatham dirodatte. When one comes to discover one's essential nature, like this 10th man, when he came to discover that the 10th man is not dead, he is alive, and therefore he was so happy. And as a happiness, because of happiness, the miseries of the pain have reduced. In the same manner, wise men also go through all the problems of life. Health, like Ramakrishna Paramahamsa Bhagavan, he was also having cancer. His devotees told him that, Thakur, you talk to Ma and get everything sorted out. Why don't you talk to her about your pain? You are suffering so much. His problem was, I am not suffering. So what people were seeing him and what he knew himself, a total difference. See, friends, where there is Prakriti, Vikruti is guaranteed. Bhagavan Krishna, you know how he left his body? One hunter came and he had the shara and he hit his toe. Now what was the name of that Vyadha? Vyadha means old age, Vyadhi. So old age for everybody. But that does it mean that the one who is realized never dies? See, friends, don't get carried away by these things. When we deny birth, will we be worried about the death? Or by this knowledge, Dashama Amriti Labhena Jato Harsha Vranavyathan Tirodhate Mukti Labhaha Tatha. Similarly, when one comes to discover one's essential nature, Prarabdha Dukkhitam Tirodhate. There was a great Mahatma in Varanasi. You all know his name, Lahiri Mahashay. Because all those who step on the spiritual path, they do read autobiography of a yogi. And there all kinds of things are happening. So he used to come from his office. He was a clerk in some government office. He used to come in the evening and they used to have a small satsang. His house is still there in Varanasi. And people will sit and he will talk. That last day, just in the next room, his son was dead. Wife told. He said, afterwards, we'll finish the satsang, then do it. Do you think that he was not having love for his son and all that? Things happen, accept it. Therefore, this prarabdha dukkha, whatever is due, will happen to us. But the question is, we will not suffer as an ignorant person suffers. See, friends, and what is important in our life is, we must not suffer. We should be able to celebrate every moment of our life. Vrata abhavad yada adhyasa tada bhujo vivichatam rasa sevi dine bhunkte bhuyo bhuyo yatha tatha. This knowing one's essential self is not vrata. What is the vrata? I should not eat food on Ekadashi. Vratam. But I am very hungry. ठीक है, साबुदाना खिचड़ी खा लो. I like this Ekadashi Vrata in South India. Except white rice, they eat everything. And these Marathi and Gujarati fellows suffer. Sabudana khichdi, the rice, that rice, so many things. So what you should do when there is Ekadashi? Come to Chennai. Go back. Friends. So it is not a vratam. Jivan Mukti, knowing one's essential self and continue to live through the same body, is not anything like that. So, vrata abhavat yada adhyasaha. The moment you get disturbed, immediately, first question, ask yourself, who is disturbed? Instantaneously, you will get a reply, the seed is sprouting. If there is no seed, there cannot be a plant. How simple it is. Vrata abhavat yada adhyasaha. The moment you get disturbed, frustrated, immediately, bhuyo vivichatam. Find out again, who is disturbed? Not why is this, why this is happening to me. To whom it is happening. In other words, simple thing, don't take life too seriously. कोई दिक्कत नहीं. One of the mantra. But then the people will say like that, क्या फर्क पड़ता है? Make the miseries miserable. Okay? There was a man, a village. In that village, they have announced nobody should drink wine or whiskey or any intoxicants in our village. Pass the resolution. And if somebody drinks, he will be asked to sit on a donkey and a garland of shoes will be put around his neck. And from the center of the village, there will be some kind of music, dum 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 dum. And he will be moved throughout the village. So all the villagers thought, now people will stop drinking. But there was one highly spiritual person. He had sufficient and came in that center point of the village. And he started calling, hey, come on, where is the garland of the shoes? And the donkey you have not arranged? And which is the path we are to? Well, you take me the longer one, not the shorter one. No, how can you make him miserable? Wise man is like this. You try to make him miserable, he will make you miserable. He will not become miserable. See? Therefore, vrata mahavali yada adhyasaha tada bhujo vivichatam. The moment your thinking is corrected, your problems are dissolved. Friends, problems cannot be solved. Problems have to be dissolved. And those problems are dissolved only by proper inquiry, not by reaction. Therefore, rasasevi dine bhunkte. Bhuyo bhuyo yatha tata. So if we have got some problem, health problem, then your rasam is medicine. So we have to take the medicine every day. We take every day medicine. Or if you are hungry, then you have to take food 3 times a day and sleep in the night. So rasasevi dine bhunkte. Bhuyo bhuyo yatha tatha. Friends. Therefore, spiritual evolution or spiritual life is not externalities. Okay? Normally, we get lost in the externalities. So many paraphernalia, and in that only we are lost. Shamayati aushadhenayam dashamaha swam vranam yatha. Now come back to the 10th man. Now, when he had some wound on his head, etc., so he will apply medicine. And slowly, slowly, in due time, all that wound and scar will disappear. Exactly the same way. Prarabdham bhogena shamayitva. So the wise man, he goes through all the good or bad experiences. In due time, it will be over. He is not worried, frustrated. Why this is happening to me? Why not? We are the most suitable one for that. So, bhogena samayitva etat prarabdham muchyate tatha. And therefore, whatever is happening in our life, please remember, that is for our evolution. Always remember, the first chapter of Gita is Srimad Bhagavad Gita Su Upanishadsu Brahma Vidyayam Yoga Shastre Sri Krishna Arjuna Samvade Arjuna Vishada Yogonam. How can Vishada, the tragedy, become the yoga? It is a roga. See? So when a patient goes to the doctor, doctor says, I am depressed. Oh, depressed yoga? Yes, it is yoga. You start rethinking about the situation. Therefore, anything which happens unexpected, it is for our evolution. And once you take this stand in life, you will stop reacting in life. Only act. Karnataka. Therefore, bhogena shamayitva etat prarabdham muchyate tatha. So slowly, slowly, the prarabdha will work out. Because you are not reacting. If you react, another prarabdha comes. See? Imichan iti vakyota kshoka moksha udirita. So, go back to the first verse. Atmanam ched vijaniyat ayam asmiti purushaha kimichan. So, first we have seen the word purusha. Atmanam ched vijaniyat purusha. Then second word was ayam vijaniyat. Then now it is kimichan. So this was the kimichan explanation. So far we have done. This is how the scriptures are studied. And therefore, taking the book in the hand, putting the legs on the table, right hand coffee, left hand book. Why they write Gita in English? Bhagavan Krishna didn't know English. No. Tad Vidyanasam Gurumeva Vikachet Samit Panihi Shrotriyam Brahmanishta. When you are already reading something before coming to satsanga, your mind becomes extremely biased. But I have understood it this way, but now this is told this way, whether that is right or this is right. No. One tabla teacher, I went to his place to learn, old man. So I saw the board. He who knows little bit of playing tabla, fees 100 rupees per day. Second, he who doesn't know anything about tabla, fees 10 rupees per month. So I went in and said, Shahana ban karke. And I said, sir, something wrong. Your painter has done something wrong. No, he's all right. So how come? He said, those who come with already knowing something, to undo them, my blood is dried. And the one who comes completely blank slate, I can write immediately. Therefore, whenever you go for satsang, don't prepare to go satsang. Dekhte kya hota hai. Relax. Otherwise, you will get lost. Mind will start doing this thing. But it was said like that. In that book it is said, in this, no. Relax. See? Therefore, kimichan iti vakyokta mokshoka moksha udiritaha. So, kimichan kasya kamaya? So, meaning what? Kimichan, will he ever desire? After that, shoka moksha. Then, kimichan kasya kamaya shariram anushanjvare. So, when he will have no desire, he will be free from all the miseries of life. Jo tari rahe, so mari rahe. Relax. So, kimichan iti vakyokta shoka moksha udiritaha. So, by the word kimichan means freedom from desires and miseries is established. This was abhasasya hi esha shashti avastha. So, again go back. Ajnana, avarana, vikshepa, paroksha jnana, aparoksha jnana, then dukkha nivritti and nirankusha trupti. Remember these 7 stages. And then we can know where we are. So, abhasasya esha shashti avastha. Trupti to saptami. And the 7th one was nirankusha trupti. Therefore, sankusha vishayis trupti, iyam tu trupti nirankusha, krutam krutyam prapaniyam, praptamityeva trupyati. The trupti, the contentment, the joy that we get by indulging with the worldly objects. It is sankusha. Sankusha means it is conditioned. Anything you take, you enjoy. You know why these drug addicts are so strong in their drug addiction? Because they do get the kick of it. But then as long as it is in their system, they continue. Once it is thrown out of their system, Then again they are blank and back to square one, again they want it. So their contentment is dependent on something. It cannot be contentment. It cannot be fulfillment in life. See? You might have read, there was the great Mahatma, Nim Karoli Baba. You might have heard the name. He was a great master. So that professor from USA who has created that LSD or whatever medicine they call it, and that is to give him kick. So he used to carry with him. To cut the story short. So this Mahatma asked him, you give me that, what it is? You enjoy it, let me see. So his dose was half tablet per day, or less than half, so small. So this Mahatma took the whole bottle and consumed, like mukwas. Now this person thought, God, gone now, gone. And thereafter, he was just as if nothing has happened. Now he was counting, kab marta hai, kab marta hai. No, nothing happened to him. See, friends. Then he was surprised. How come? He said, itni khushi, only this much happiness. Oh, nothing. He gave up his addiction to that. And then he was totally with this great Mahatma, changed his name, he became a great devotee, chanting Ram Nam. Contentment, dependent contentment is not happiness, it is bondage. Therefore, Vishayehi Trupti iti Sankusha. Contentment, happiness that we get because of the indulgence, it is conditioned. So, Ankusha. Ankusha means something which is poking you all the time. Sankusha Vishaya Trupti. Iyantu Nirankusha. Nirankusha Trupti. Not dependent on anything and not disturbed by anything. And what is that Trupti? Krutam Krutyam. Whatever has to be done is done. Praptam Prapaniyam. Whatever has to be gained is gained. See? Go back to 15th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, same thought. Gau imo purusho loke ksharascha kshara evacha ksharas sarvani bhutani kutasto kshara uchyate. Same kutastha. Uttama purushaha tu anyaha paramatma iti udarutaha yo lokatrayam avishya jagra sapna sushupti vibharti avyaya ishvaraha. Although supporting all them, controlling, yet avyaya doesn't get influenced or affected. See? Yo mam evam asammudaha. The wise man, he who janati purushottamam, he who thus comes to realize his essential nature. So sarva vid bhajati mam sarva bhavena bharata. He has nothing in this world but Paramatma. And after having said everything, then at the end Bhagavan says, iti guhyatamam shastram. What we are studying is guhyatama shastra. See? Good, better, best. Good is infinitive. Better is comparative. Best is superlative. We call it taratamya. So, guhya shastra, guhyatara shastra and guhyatama shastra. Guhya shastra is worldly thing, how to live in this world. Satyam vada dharmam chara swadhyayanma pramadaha acharyaya dhanamavritya prajatantum mavyavachesi matrudevo bhava pitrudevo bhava bhava. Guhya shastra. Then guhyatara shastra is upasana shastra. Chant the Lord's name, do Gayatri Japa, do this thing, that thing. go to the temple, observe Ekadashi, all that. And Guhyattama Shastra, know yourself, who are you? See? Iti Guhyattamam Shastra. What is the Guhyattama Shastra? Purushottama, yo mam vijanati Purushottamam mam. So there are three Purushas. Purusha, Purushattara and Purushottama. How? In grammar we know I is first person singular. You is second person singular. And he is third person singular. The third person singular plural will be they, it continues to be third person. You all plural second person. But when I is expanded, we excludes nothing, includes everything. This is Purushottama. In Sanskrit, first person singular is called as Uttama Purusha. The Purushottamam Mam excludes nothing, includes everything. This is fulfillment. So, iti guhyatamam shastram, idam muktam maya nagha. But to whom it was told? Anagha. Agha means sin. Na bhogam vina hanyate iti agam. That which for which there is no choice. Suppose I have done something good. Suppose, and therefore Government of India decided to give me Padma Vibhushan. But I am busy. So I tell this Subhash, go yaar, get that, I can't come now. He'll be going as beside. And get it. Then, again after a few days, they come to know that I am the highest criminal of the world and therefore I will be hanged to death. Subhash, I am busy, go yaar. First time he will go. Second time, see, Anagha means nishpap. See, friends. Papa is what? Papa is, be attentive. There are many types of papa. Therefore, the plural of papa becomes papa. All papas. In Bhagavad Gita, second chapter, Bhagavan uses this word. Sukha dukkhe same krutva labha labho jaya jayo tato yuddhayo yujjasva naivam papam avapsasi. So what is the meaning of papa in that context? Papa means any impression imprinted on the mind as a result of your involvement in the world. That impression, may it be good or bad, it is papa. These are so simple and deep and most essential to know. In this world, nothing exists singular except Paramatma. There is no pure punya. Punya, papa. Health, disease. Joy, sorrows. Victory, defeat. Nothing is singular. This is what the life is. So what we do, when something good happens, we jump out of our skin. Oh, so happy. When something bad happens, we bury ourselves below the skin. In both the cases, these are some kinds of impression formed on the mind. Bhagavan says, Sukha dukkhe same krutva labha labho jaya jayo. Yes, when we function in this world, sometimes we are successful, sometimes we are not. Sometimes we gain, sometimes we lose. Sometimes we are miserable, sometimes we are miserable. So it happens. So let it continue. Don't make issue out of it. And that is what is called as papa. Therefore, protect yourself from making any impressions on your mind. How can it be done? I told you the technique. When we learn from our experiences, you do not create any impression on the mind. How simple it is. But when we don't learn, then we repeat the same thing again. And thereafter regrets. I should not have done that. That is the papa. Naivam papam avapsasi. The second type of papa is what? Oh, Gurvar, on Gurvar I have taken food now. Now what will happen? Nothing. Go to hell straight. And the real papa, what I like, the best expression of papa, is in Sanat Sujati. That is also a text in Mahabharata. And there it is said, Anyatha santam atmanam anyatha pratipadyate kim tena na krutam papam chorena atma apaharina. A question is raised. We are essentially divine. But we consider ourselves to be the body or the soul. So, we are divine, but we consider ourselves to be body and or the soul. Now this body is neither created by us. We may say, I am a self-made man except the body. See? Body we are not created. The body doesn't listen to us. You must have seen people in this world. Those who are fat, they simply look at the ice cream advertisement and 5 kilo burger. They don't have to eat. The other extreme, agarbatti. Even a walking buffalo, they will eat continuously. So that body which is not created by us, that body which doesn't listen to us, that body I am. Can there be more foolishness than this? This is the papa. Because after body identification, only the samsara is born. See? Mukhyatma, our essential self, that is what we have to catch in this mantra. Mukhyatma. Second is the mithyatma, the illusory self. Then the third is the gaunatma. The first is mukhyatma, the kutastha chaitanya. Getting identified with the body, mithyatma, illusory I. From the illusory I, the second 2G scam begins. After body identification, then begins mother, father, brother, sister, husband, wife. Now out of these three, Mukhyatma, Mithyatma, who suffers? This secondary one, Gaunatma, they suffer. So, Anyatha Santamatmanam, Anyatha Pratipadyate. Kim tena na krutam papam. Disrespecting your own divinity is the highest sin. Friends, don't get lost in that. Papo hum papa karma hum. You are papa, naturally. Therefore, krutam krutyam prapaniyam praptam. So when Bhagavan says, iti guyyatamam shastram idam buddhva. It is a krutva. Don't have to do anything. Na karmana na prajaya dhanena tyage naike. What do you have to renounce in this world? You can renounce nothing. Why? Nothing belongs to you, including your own body. When Bhagavan says in Bhagavad Gita, Sarva dharman parityajya mamekam sharanam vraja. Bhagavan Krishna is talking, not simple, teda hai. Sarva dharman parityajya. What can you give up in this world? You can give nothing. Give up nothing. One husband came to me and told Swamiji, I am so fed up. I say, divorce her, yaar. No, I can't divorce. She earns. Then what should I do? I said, don't worry. I will divorce on your behalf. Can I divorce somebody else's wife? In the same way, Sarva dharman parityaja means what? Know for certain nothing belongs to us in this world, including our body. What an arrogance. See? That is the sin. Anyatha santam atmanam anyatha pratipadyate. Kim tena na krutam papam? Has he not committed sin? And who is this who is committing sin? Chorena atma apaharina. He has stolen. He is a thief, chorena. You can imagine in scriptures when the word chor, a thief is used, it is a big, big abuse. Chorena atma. Therefore we are all, there used to be one movie, if you remember, Hum Sab Chor Hai. O.P. Nair. This comes in Upanishad. Because we are behaving like that, as if I am the body, then I have done this, I have done that. What can we do, man? Even a sneeze comes, it can't come when it is due. Many times you feel, and everybody is ready with a Purna Kumbha. And it doesn't come. That time, watch his face. Total failure in life. Even you can't sneeze. Chorena atma apaharina. Therefore, when Bhagavan says, Iti guhyatamam shastram idam uktam mayanaha. See here also, Bhagavan doesn't say, I told. Maya uktam, it was told by me. That Shastra is important, not I is important. Idam uktam mayanaga, he nishpapa, Arjun. Then, etad buddhva. So, I told and you heard. Now, you come to experience. The ball is in your court. Etad buddhva. Having experienced this, what will happen? Etad buddhva buddhiman syat. That is what is called you are really intelligent. The intelligence required in the world for earning money is different type. The intelligence required in the scientific field is different. And the intelligence required to inquire about one's experiences and learn from that, it is different. See? So important it is. Buddhiman syat. So, krutam krutyam, whatever you have to do, etad buddhva, you are done now. Nothing more. Etad buddhva, then buddhiman syat, then kruta krutyascha bharata. This is kruta krutya, krutam krutyam. Kruta krutya means what? All that has to be done is done. Meaning, now there are no loose ends left in life. No regrets. Life is fulfilled, complete. This is Nirankusha Trupti. In the next life, when I come, I will take Badla. Go to Badlapur. Bihar or Bombay, there is a Badlapur. So, Sankusha Vishahi Trupti, iyam tu nirankusha krutam krutyam prapaniyam praptam. This experience, if I had to explain through some example, I can imagine this way. I think I told you this. If somebody has got a dozen girls and then all got married, one remaining, so for that one girl, he will be struggling, and finally she also gets married. Then, Kritam Krutyam. Therefore, life is fulfilled only if we come to know our essential nature. Atmanam chet vijaniyan ayam asmiti purusha. External things are okay in their own place. Sankusha vishayi trupti iyan trupti nirankusha krutam krutyam prapaniyam praptam iti evam trupyati. Now what do we want? Prapaniyam praptam. In Goa, we had one talk for the children. So I told, say, I am not well, I will not come. Swamiji, please, we already given a word to that school headmaster, and if you don't come, I said, okay, I'll come. Don't cry. But keep only one class. Class 6, 7, 8, any one class, homogeneous group. In the classroom, I will talk. I don't have to shout. Okay, Swamiji, but they do whatever they have to do. So the whole school, and in open ground. Now, you can't run away from there. So I was looking here and there, and 3 categories: small kiddies, middle age, and a little grown up. 3 expressions different. So when you look, you say, what can you talk? Can you talk Brahman to them? And the middle one, no. And the third one, Then I was thinking, what can I talk to these people? Then I thought, let us play some game. So the whole lot joined. Yes, we play game. Then I asked them, yes, now tell me. Those who want, they should raise their hand. Okay? Now who wants happiness? So all the children raise their hand. Everybody wants happiness. Good, hands down. Now, again, who don't want happiness? 2 children did it. One class 5 or 6, other girl class 10 or 11. You come here. So they came and sat next to me on that sofa. But now, frustrated, I think we have done some mistake, we are sorted out from everybody. Then I said, our game continues. Now, reply my questions, okay? Who wants food? Those who are hungry, is it not? Yes. Who wants water? Those who are thirsty, is it not? Yes. Who wants happiness? Those who are miserable, is it not? Yes. Don't seek happiness. This is kritam krutyam, praptam prapaniyam. This is the meaning of the most popular verse and most misunderstood shloka from Bhagavad Gita. Karmanyevadhikaraste ma phaleshu kadachana ma karma phala heturubhuhu ma te sangha astu akarmani. Most misunderstood shloka. For the normal translation, you have right to do your work, your duty, but you have no right for the result. Meaning what? Do your job, don't take salary. You pagal hai kya? That is not the meaning. Meaning is very deep. Okay? Whatever we do in our life is only for seeking happiness, is it not? Now, most of you are married. Tell me, who of you got married to become miserable? Nobody gets married to get miserable. Then, those who are divorced, do we get divorced to become miserable? No, to happy. In short, those who eat lot for happiness, those who observe fast for happiness. Our life is only a struggle of seeking happiness. Bhagavan Krishna says, Karmanni evati adhikaraha. Now, next step. Do we have a choice to live yesterday or tomorrow? No. Whatever we do now. Now whatever we are doing for seeking happiness, we have declared the bankruptcy of happiness. And therefore, we are seeking happiness. Bhagavan said, don't do that. Then, whatever you are doing, do it happily. See? You have already fulfilled your life. But when we do something to get happiness, what will happen? Every action has a different gestation length to get the result. So what we do? We are postponing our happiness in the future period of time. Now those who postpone their happiness in the future period of time, even God cannot make them happy. This is the meaning of Karmanya Vadikaraste. You have right to express happiness. Ma phaleshu kadachara, don't worry, if I do this thing, what will I get? You get nothing. And for that, the technique is given. Ma karma phala heturbu. Don't have that arrogance. I have done. Then, oh, the work was done. Happily. Over. Forget about it. Okay? But then the old parents, they say, when he was small, I used to do so much for him, but now he doesn't look at me. See, friends, those parents who become disturbed, miserable because of the children, they were investing in the child. It was not love. Friends. And when you invest, likelihood of failure. See? Therefore, Nirankusha Trupti is natural, effortless expression of happiness in and through every expression of happiness. Physically, through speech and through mind. Physically, what is your support? Do it happily. Otherwise, don't do it. Speech, talk soft, cheerful. You must have seen there are some people, they don't talk. They bark. Why you have come here? Why are you standing there? Walk. Barko mat. And third, think happily. If you think happily, you cannot be destructive. All those who are destructive people, they are perverted. They are not happy. See? Can you imagine a boy goes to his girlfriend and tells, honey, darling, I am so happy today. I just want to cut you into small pieces. There are some people like this, I tell you. I know one Amma. Her daughter, now she is married. So when she was maybe class 7 or 8, I used to go to their place. So once I saw her, this hand here, there was a big mark as if somebody has beaten. Then, hey, what happened? Mummy, what happened? Whenever my mummy used to get very much love for me, she'll come and she bite me. So I used to avoid my cheek, you know. And she, see, Purvajanma Samskar. So she asked me, why mummy does like this thing? Therefore, na kuch pana, na kuch khona. That is nirankusha trupti. It is possible. It is not imagination. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.